Hello, it's the first day of Anime North. Oh, wait, before I get to that. Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Margaret. I'm blind. And I guess this is an Anime North vlog. We'll see how much I actually vlog. Most of the time at conventions I spend it shopping and going to panels. So this may or may not be that interesting. But today's Friday. I'm in a casual Byleth cosplay because even though I've cosplayed Byleth before, I had armor and everything. Not all of that armor survived the first time I wore the cosplay. Editing Margaret. Insert a photo somewhere here. Anyways, and despite it being years since I've worn that cosplay, I still haven't fixed it. I told myself I would do it this year, procrastinated too long. Now it's Friday the con. Oops. But anyways, I give you casual Byleth. I've just got this blue lion sweater I got back in like 2019, 2020 off of Redbubble. It's supposed to look like an actual school sweater. Like this plaid skirt, blue plaid skirt. And then, of course, where is he? Ugh, my Dimitri eat a bag. I need to go now because I still need to go to Con 8 and pick up my badge. I go there instead of regular pre-reg because I usually register with accessibility services at conventions, and that way I can pick up my badge there where it's less crowded. I can get an accessibility sticker which shows all the volunteers and everyone else at the con that I'm disabled, even though I will be walking around with my cane. But that's a nice extra assurance. And then gotta get a support badge for my partner because he's my aide for the weekend. Anyways, yeah. I'll see you at the con. Or not, you know what I mean.
I didn't really record much on Friday because, again, mostly shopping, but we picked up our badges, and here, enjoy what I have been told is an upside down shot of me trying to show you the sticker, the accessibility sticker on my badge. Of course, we went around Artist Alley immediately because that's usually our main goal at conventions, and then after that we went to the secondhand market that's open on Fridays of Anime North because I had specific items reserved for presents for people, but there was a new section next to Artist Alley this year. The 18 plus artist section.
Hi, it's like 11. I'm back from the con. I have a headache. I forgot to bring Tylenol. I gotta remember to bring Tylenol tomorrow because I'm still gonna be wearing another wig.
Spoiler alert, I totally forgot to pack Tylenol again. But on the bright side, there was such an intense storm on Saturday that I was too busy panicking over the torrential downpour to remember I even had a headache.
My makeup held up pretty well. Yeah. If you're ever wondering how I do makeup as a blind person, I have like one video up. That's just my basic makeup though, not my cosplay makeup, and my cosplay makeup takes me double the amount of time as my basic makeup, but my basic makeup already takes me longer than a regular sighted person, like an hour and a half, so my cosplay makeup takes me like 2 or 3 hours, even when it's just like, I was gonna say basic again, when it's not that complicated, like not super character specific. Anyway, time to shed all of this. Unfortunately, I can't pull like a Hannah Montana. Genuinely, how did they fit all of Miley's hair under that wig in Hannah Montana so she could like take it off and all her hair would flow out? So nice. Whenever my hair is pushed back, I feel like Johnny from The Room. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Midnight chicken sandwich.
Hi, it's Saturday at the con. Please don't mind the mess behind me. My room's always chaotic during conventions. I actually have no idea if you can see the mess. Never mind. I'm not gonna show you. Anyways, yeah, hi. Today it's Saturday. I'm in Skylar from Date Everything. I spent an exorbitant amount of time on my eyebrows today trying to make sure they were pink enough, like concealing them and then covering them in a combo of eyeshadow, pink eyeshadow, and hair chalk, and I still don't know if they match that well. Leave it to me to try something new with my makeup on the day of. Yay. Let me show you my Skylar cosplay. My bangs keep falling in my face. I thought I cut these short enough. What the hell? They were fine before. Anyways, someone asked me before how I do cosplay as a blind person, and a lot of it is just picking characters without super complicated designs. When I pick characters with more complicated designs, like Byleth, sewing and stuff I commissioned, and then armor I get help with from my partner or my family. But Skylar is just like basic everyday clothes that I can modify. So this white blazer is just one that I had my brother sew some like yellow fabric and then like this blue trim on the edge, and then the top, regular crop top, and the skirt. Oof! Can you see the skirt? It's just a regular pink skirt that I hand painted all these hearts onto. Can you see it? Hold on. Can't forget, I also have the date aviators on top. Ooh, do you see them? It is surprisingly hard to keep a pair of sunglasses on your head when you're wearing a wig. Or maybe that's just me because I have a really big head already, so the wig does not help.
Here's a better look at the skirt, hopefully. I got my brother to help me cut out a heart stencil, and then I traced that on with fabric marker.
So if you're new here and didn't already know, contrary to popular belief, blindness is a spectrum. I have a tiny bit of remaining vision in my left eye. It's not a ton though. Very blurry, vague shapes and colors, but I can do quite a bit when there's a lot of color contrast. So in the case of this skirt, because I was outlining it in black fabric marker and then painting on white and yellow hearts, there was quite a lot of color contrast. The kicker is though, when I use that tiny bit of remaining vision, I have to be so close to whatever I'm doing, like this close. Hi, how are you? And because of that, when I'm doing stuff like painting things for cosplay, I am leaning over a table so much. I am absolutely murdering my back. Literally all my back problems stem from when I was 16 and lost most of my vision. The last 10 years, yeah, horrendous posture. I will check in later at the con.
So the first thing we did Saturday morning when we got to the con was just chill in the industry area and check out a bunch of the Lego displays. Of course, my partner was describing all of them to me. There was this one kinetic one where if you put your hand in a certain spot, which he told me about, it would activate the whole thing, and I tried it. I couldn't quite see where it was moving, but I could hear it. And then there was my favorite, someone's entire Animal Crossing island. I have no idea if I captured the scale of this well, but trust me, it was huge. And then close by, there was an entire Mario Kart racetrack. After more shopping, we tried to brave the intense storm to go get lunch. I'm not kidding when I tell you, it was so bad that people were falling over. Wigs were literally being snatched. I wish I had a picture of it, but at one point, my partner told me that someone's whole wig was just abandoned in a puddle. I would have gotten a picture of it, but I did not want to spare the extra second of being outside. But whatever, we got Swish LA and call me crazy. It was totally worth it, especially since we had coupons. Still wouldn't recommend going out in that weather in cosplay though, but I brought that upon myself.
I feel like one of those little kids on Halloween that's like, oh, it's covering up my costume.
In the evening, we went to a panel on the food of Dungeon Meshi. We actually went to this panel last year and it was really great. Last year though, it was on foods from episode 1 to 4, recipes for those, and then this year it was for episodes 5 to 8.
Oh, there's been a tunnel connecting the two buildings this entire time. We could have avoided outside. Damn.
It's just for accessibility.
Thank God for our sticker. Oh, my sticker. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
We hung out in the game hall for a while, and at the risk of sounding like a broken record about the weather, because seriously, it was just so bad, apparently, I didn't see this, but multiple people told me there were staff running around with buckets because part of the roof, at least in the north building, was leaking. And then the last thing we did for Saturday night was go to a panel on the movies that inspired Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, why is my voiceover talking? What? Shush. Well, at least in case you were new here and you were wondering how I know when I'm recording, my phone talks. Anyways, now time for the evening shed. We get all this shit off. Oh my god. My wig was hanging on for dear life the last hour. On the bright side, despite gale force winds, I love saying gale force, it reminds me of Fire Emblem. Anyways, my lashes stayed on. Huzzah! Good morning, it's Sunday of the con. I'm not in cosplay today. I'm just in EGL. It's my Lady Sloth tea time at Grandma's JSK in the pink colorway. This is actually one of the most comfortable dresses I own, and it has pockets. Ooh, but I'm not gonna put my phone in here because I'm so terrified of it falling out or someone just snatching it out from underneath me, because the other day my cousin's friend's phone got stolen at the con, and then last year my brother's friend's phone also got stolen at the con. Yeah, I'm not risking it. This baby is going. I accidentally stopped recording. Like I was saying, my phone's staying in my bag because I'm terrified of it getting stolen. Yeah, my brother's friend's phone and my cousin's friend's phone, they tried tracking it down. Nothing. I'm just waiting to get picked up by some friends now. Yeah, I might as well show you some of my coordinate. I did make a short about coordinating this. So I have the matching rectangle headpiece. And if I didn't already mention, this is the pink colorway of Tea Time at Grandma's. I know there are two versions of the JSK. I don't know if this is the JSK1 or the JSK2, but it's the one with the normal waist, not the high waist that goes under the bust. I'll probably get a I'll get a better view of this in the hallway mirror. And then we have this BB&B deco necklace from one of the Alice in Wonderland collections. It's a white rabbit theme, so we have a clock and then a rabbit, and then we got little pearls and like cookies covered in pearls, one in the shape of a teapot and another one in the shape of a teacup. Ooh. Aha. I know from descriptions my friends have given me, there's no rabbits on this print, but I don't care. I'm wearing this necklace because it has like tea time accoutrement on it, like the dress. And speaking about that, I have this ring from a Gashapon machine that's a little teacup, although it's actually supposed to be a latte inside, but whatever, it's a teacup on a saucer. Therefore, it matches this dress in my mind. Yeah. And then pearl earrings to match the pearls on the necklace. And then I just have white lace ankle socks on. I did want to wear my pink tea parties, but it's still really like wet outside and muddy, so I'm not gonna risk them. I'm just gonna wear my running shoes because they're already wrecked from yesterday and I could just, you know, clean those easier. Yeah, that's it. I need to get downstairs before my ride gets here. Ready to go for Sunday. Flop weather making me wear shoes that don't match my cord. Ah. Whatever. Ooh, here's a better look at the print.
We went to a few more panels in the morning, including one on the works of Kotaro Uchikoshi, and then another one that a friend was holding on how to get into animation school, and then after that the rest of Sunday was just dedicated to running around, hanging out with different friends. And here's some footage from the Arylaee show in the afternoon. It was Huntrix themed. That's about it.
Oops! Okay. Hello, it's haul time! Disclaimer before we start this haul. I did spend quite a bit, but in my defense, this is a combination of birthday and Christmas money saved up because animenorth and Fan Expo, the two big cons I go to every year, those are my big shopping events. Also, I will try to name the artists where I can remember them off the top of my head, at least right now as I'm speaking and showing you everything. I do have the artists, like I took notes and I have business cards that I can go through with someone cited later. So if I don't name the artist now when I show you the thing that I got, it will probably be in the description. It should be in the description below. Moving on, let's start, shall we? Ironically, I put a bunch of my purchases in this Artket Goods tote bag, but I did not buy anything from Artket this time around, just because I still have 3 candles from them that I have not fully burned through, and I buy so many candles from them every time they're at a convention or a market. I'm pretty sure the owner recognizes me. Back to the haul. I don't know if I already went on my whole blindness is a spectrum spiel. Whoops, my dog's barking. Like I was saying, I don't know if I already went on my full blindness is a spectrum spiel earlier in the vlog. If I did, future Margaret, can you just like edit this out, blah blah blah. So I can, to some extent, see all the stuff I bought, albeit it's very blurry. And when I'm shopping at a convention, whoever I'm with, whoever is my support person for that weekend, they usually know all the fandoms I'm into. I'm very lucky that I have a group of friends, and then I have family members and my partner who are all giant nerds. So they get it. Some of them are even in the same fandoms as me. But yeah, they'll usually point out an artist with something I might like. Another strategy we like to employ to make the whole process of going through Artist Alley or Vendors Hall faster is if artists in particular are posting their catalogs before the con, like on Insta, or I know for animenorth there was a Google Doc. We go through that and check what fandoms are tagged for each artist table to make things quicker, so we can just like speed to said table as soon as we get to the con. Starting off with
one of the enamel pins I was planning on getting beforehand because I follow this artist and I have a bunch of stickers and pins from them already. I also have a sick ass comb from them, which I will show you later. This is from Sugarbones. It is a Sabrina Carpenter espresso pin. Am I gonna have to do that like 2010s beauty guru thing where I put my hand behind the thing I'm trying to get the camera to focus on? This probably won't focus well because it's still in the plastic. Give me a sec. Look at Sabrina! Ooh, also, I got a little sticker with it. Hopefully I'm holding it right side up. It says I Heart Sugarbones. Okay, here's the comb I mentioned earlier. I know a comb doesn't sound that interesting, but give me a second. Look, it's pink and gold. It says Pretty Deadly on it. It doesn't look like a comb, right? It does look like a weapon, but if I push back the safety, like that, the lock, why did I say safety? Like it's actually a weapon. If I push back the lock like this and then hit the button, shablamo! It's a gold metal comb. And I use it to fix my bangs. These are some temporary tattoos I got from Dangerous Ladies. They recently started doing cosplay temporary tattoos, and they have Fire Emblem ones, specifically Fire Emblem Awakening, which was the first ever Fire Emblem game I played, and I'm still in love with it to this day. That and Three Houses are my two favorites. I love Awakening. I played that one before I lost my vision. Three Houses I managed to play after I lost my vision. That was complicated. Had to use the zoom in function on the Switch. Always had to play with the Switch dock. Sometimes I had to get help from my brother, who's also a Fire Emblem fan. Luckily, he didn't mind having to like read parts out to me or do stuff like the fishing tourney and tea time, which were timed, so I couldn't take time zooming in and stuff on that. But maps and stuff I could navigate fine, and walking around the monastery, and luckily so much of it was voiced, so I didn't have to worry about that. But anyways, back to Awakening, the first ever Fire Emblem game I played. Yeah, I got Mark of Grima temporary tattoos. Ugh, gaggy. One of my dream cosplays one day is Robin, specifically their Grandmaster class. Yes, I dream of cosplaying Grandmaster Robin, and I'm totally gonna put the Mark of Grima on my hand. Apparently they're supposed to be sweat resistant and water resistant too. The only thing that will take them off will be like oil-based body wash or makeup remover. I have not tested that out yet. I will test that out eventually. Next up, more Fire Emblem stuff. Actually, this is not Fire Emblem. This is something Sabrina, but it is related to Fire Emblem. I got this Nobody's Son themed photo card holder, so it's got the lyrics, "That boy is corrupt," and then on the back, whoop, that should be the back, yeah, I feel the hole here, and then on the back it says, "Get PTSD on the daily." I say this is Fire Emblem related, even though it's Sabrina, just because. Can you guess who I'm gonna put in here? Hint, I already have a bag absolutely covered in his face. I don't know if I already mentioned it. This is 7 years worth of collecting. Yeah, nearly 7 years, because I started when the game came out. Wow. That boy is corrupt. Get PTSD on the daily. I'm gonna print a photo of him to put in here. Probably one of his Fire Emblem Heroes designs, maybe. Speaking about Dimitri and Heroes, we got Beach Dimitri. Yeah. Ooh, I hope I'm in frame when I'm showing you this. Can you see him well? Focus. Hopefully you're focusing. Whoops. So the funny thing is, when my partner and I rolled up to that booth, we were already planning on going there to get the Sabrina photo card holder, and when he saw it online, he called it a Dimitri Sabrina photo card holder because there was a photo of Dimitri in it, and then I asked the artist about it. The photo of Dimitri that was in it didn't come with it, but we got to talking about how much I love Dimitri, and I showed him my Ida bag, and naturally they were like, "Oh, I have more Dimitri stuff." So initially I just went to go get the Sabrina photo card holder, and then I was like, "Actually, can you just give me everything Dimitri that you have?"
Every last one of them!
Thank you. So that's how I ended up with Beach Dimitri, and then this post-time skip Dimitri in a heart-shaped sticker, and then a Dimitri heart badge. I genuinely don't know if I have room on that Ida bag to put all of this, but I will make room. I actually still haven't made an insert for that Ida bag. I'm just directly pinning stuff to the inside pocket, which is absolute hell. Oh, and I don't think I've mentioned it yet. All of that Dimitri stuff I just showed you and the Sabrina photo card holder came from the artist Char Like Salmon. I got this print from an artist called Kuurimu, and I actually already have some of their charms. They have these Fire Emblem Pocky charms. I have Dimitri and Byleth over there. So with my remaining vision, whenever I buy prints, once I hang them up or put them wherever I put them, I basically either use the magnifier on my phone to look at them, or I just hold the print really close to my face like this, or you know, just stand really close to it like this, just so I can enjoy the view, albeit it's still a pretty blurry view, but he's a hot blur. Oof, my toe. Okay, I know they're here somewhere. I have, ooh, why did my phone do that? Okay, I know they're here on this side somewhere. I have the little Byleth Pocky charm, and then post-time skip Dimitri Pocky charm. Hopefully you can see them. I also have a Lysithea one that is on a different bag, which I will show you later. So that's from Kuurimu. What other Fire Emblem things do I still have left? Oh! This one's really sick. I had to reserve this one from the artist. This one is from an artist called Arylaee? I don't know how to pronounce it, but again, the artist names will be in the description. This is a Sword of the Creator letter opener. Hopefully you can see that well. And I can confirm she is very pointy. It also has a fun green tassel at the end to tie in to Sothis and Byleth's hair color. Yes! They actually have an entire series of Fire Emblem like letter openers. So a bunch of the other heroes' relics, and then they have, I don't know about like other older games, but they do have Awakening because they had the Levin Sword and Falchion. Actually, you know what? Why don't I show you my Sword of the Creator right now? Behold the Sword of the Creator that my partner made me as a present. Ooh. The part of the sword that connects to like the hilt and stuff did break the first time I wore this to animenorth, so it's currently like taped together with packing tape because we had to fix it at cosplay repair. Whoops. But honestly, I'm pretty sure at this point I can take it off because we super glued it back together and then just put the tape on for reassurance, but I feel like it should be okay. Maybe. Okay, last up for Fire Emblem things that I bought. I got some prints from this artist Sakimi Chan. They were in the new 18 plus section, but they are safe for work prints. Again, predictable as I am, we have Dimitri. This is pre-time skip Dimitri because I already have a print from a different artist that is post-time skip Dimitri. Not the small little postcard sized one I already showed you, but like, I mean, a full poster one is over there on my closet doors. I made a gallery wall out of my giant blank white closet doors. So he's going up there, of course. Behold the gallery wall of prints that is actually just my closet doors. Yes, yes, we have an entire blank door over here. Much to think about. Here's the Dimitri print I already have up. And then sometimes I just kind of stand here. Not stand because of the level I put this at. I am like kneeling in front of this. And I just squint at the print and appreciate this blur in front of me. A very attractive blur. A blur with great character development. Look at him. Look at him. Ah! Someone on my short about animenorth told me that I am the channel with the second most Fire Emblem content that they consume somehow, and I feel like I should apologize for that because why am I, of all people, your second source for Fire Emblem stuff? It's not even like all of Fire Emblem in general. It's half the time me just yapping about Dimitri. Sorry about that. Moving on from Dimitri onto other fictional people I am obsessed with. I got a Leon Kennedy print from them. Yes, yes, yes. I've been on a Resident Evil kick lately. Even though I grew up like knowing about Resident Evil, I remember the movies from the 2000s, and I remember my older cousins played the games. I did not become super obsessed with Resident Evil until like the last year or so. I've never actually gotten to play it though because I don't think Resident Evil is accessible for me, unlike say The Last of Us, which I adore. I played full, like, not the first one, because the remastered version of the first one, full accessibility settings, didn't come out until I think like a year or two ago, and I haven't played that one, the remastered first one yet. But I did play the second one, which is fully accessible to play if you're blind. Even if you're not blind, you should try turning on all the accessibility settings for blind people and then just playing it blindfolded. It's like extra difficulty level. Yeah, it's great. There's a bunch of sound cues and whatever. It's like a bajillion sound cues, just trying to memorize all of them while running from infected or fighting them off. Yeah, it's real stressful, but it's fun. Again, I have no idea if I'd be able to even play a single minute of Resident Evil, but I've sat through a lot of playthroughs, and my partner is also a massive Resident Evil fan, and again, my friends are also big Resident Evil fans. But yeah, I don't know how to transition between my thoughts, so I keep saying but yeah. Oops, it's either that or anyway. I really gotta work on that. Whatever. Side note, I swear to God, my type in men is not all traumatized blonde men. This is strictly fictional. I have a few more Leon things. Next up, we have this photo card of him in RE4, infected with Las Plagas. Yes, I don't remember the artist for this, but again, I'll try to pop it in the description. Then this is from a different artist. I got some stickers. I think the artist name might also be on the sticker sheet, but if not, I will try to find it. So we got this sticker sheet with Leon, and then another sticker sheet with Leon and Ada from the same artist where I got that sticker sheet. I got this Leon charm. Funny story about this. As soon as my partner and all my friends saw that I bought this, they were like, are you gonna start a Leon eat-a-bag? You should start a Leon eat-a-bag. And I just had to stand there for a second every time I was met with this comment, and I had to think to myself, am I gonna start an entirely new eat-a-bag dedicated to one character? Because the Dimitri one, 7 years. I actually have no idea how much money I've sunk into that Dimitri eat-a-bag at this point. Oh, I just realized while I was putting some stuff back, this sticker fell out from somewhere. I don't know where. It was probably a freebie. Speaking about stickers, we did the amazing Digital Circus stamp rally, and as of me recording this video, the final act is supposed to come out this weekend, and my partner and I have tickets to go watch it. Luckily, with my tiny bit of remaining vision, I can see quite a bit when we watch movies at the theater because the screen is so large, and when it comes to watching animation, I can also see more of that than I do live action. Something about the way that shapes and colors are just bolder and more defined in animation helps. Anyway, I love doing stamp rallies because it's a fun little side quest to get freebies from different artists. If you're wondering who my favorite characters are, I do really love Pomni and Gangle. Stickers. I believe this one is Jax. Hi, editing Margaret here. I went to the amazing Digital Circus last act yesterday, and as of me editing this, I really liked it. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I will just add this.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful?
I can't quite make out what this one is. My partner did describe a bunch of them to me when we sat down at the end of the day on Friday after we got these, but I can't remember what's what now. Oh, I do remember him telling me there was a Gangle sticker. Gangle, if they had their own booth at a convention and they were vending an artist alley. I think it's this one. I don't know what this one quite is. I don't even know if I'm holding it upright. Pomni. Yup. I think I could just barely make out a top hat on this one and a big old mouth with eyeballs. So this should be Kane. Here's the last one. I don't know if I'm holding this one upright. Yeah, I can't make this one out. I was so excited to go watch the final act, and somehow I have managed to avoid the leaks. So I will be going into this finale blind. Literally, figuratively, blind. We are in the final stretch. Last few things that I got. I got this from a Geek Studio. It is a cappuccino scented flavored lip balm. I think it was specifically called Demon Cappuccino. I already have another lip balm from this artist. I got their Nuka-Cola, their Fallout Nuka-Cola one last year. That was Geek Studio. And then I don't remember the name of the artist that I got this charm from, but I do remember they were also in the NSFW section, but this is just a safe for work blank. Dumpster charm. It's a dumpster shaker charm. I'm pretty sure the tiny little thing that I can hear like rattling around in there is a banana peel, because you know, it's a dumpster. And since it's also a frame shaker charm, I'm going to print a photo out and put it in there. Obvi, that's what a frame is for. I've been contemplating what to put in here, and honestly, I think I might just print out a screen cap from Twilight. Nothing screams I'm trash like one of my favorite comfort movies being Twilight. I'm probably gonna print out a photo of Bella and Edward in the woods, specifically when he's like, say it out loud. And then we have this heart badge that I remember getting from one of the artists that was in the Amazing Digital Circus stamp rally. It's not Amazing Digital Circus though. It's a heart badge of Frankie from Monster High, who is my favorite Monster High character. I have 2 Frankie dolls. I have Real Drama and then not Gloom Beach. What is it? Skull Shores? Frankie? Yeah. Oh, I have a doll collection. Not huge. I have several Ever After High and then a few Barbies and 2 Monster High, and I just got this stuck on my ring. Look, it's Real Drama Frankie. This should be the last one up. I bought a new Ita bag. Not for Leon specifically. This is just my pink girly pop Ita bag. It's not going to be character specific. I've already put a few pins and charms on here from previous conventions. Oh, look, it's one of the Kuurimu Pocky charms I mentioned earlier, specifically Lycipia. I've been meaning to get a Ita backpack specifically because my Dimitri one, as gorgeous as it is absolute murder on my shoulder. But now I'll have a backpack as my other option, and this one has cat ears at the top. And luckily, the vendor that was selling this Ita bag also makes inserts. So I don't have to worry about pitting stuff directly onto the pocket itself. And then there's like 2 straps up here in the display pocket to hang charms. Yes, yes, yes. Will I start another 3rd Ita bag for Leon? Stay tuned. That's totally it for my Anime North haul though, and for my Anime North vlog, unless there is something else I forgot. I know a few people have asked me about how I do cosplay as a blind person on my shorts. I will probably do another video on that eventually, soon, maybe the next one, where I talk about my process for specific cosplays and any funny stories I have regarding them. Might even do a get ready with me while I do that story time video, and I can show you how I do my cosplay makeup specifically. If you have any questions related to that, just leave them below, or any other convention going questions for attending a con as a disabled person. Okay, till next time, later, bye!